Section 11, using the product rule. Another pretty fast section here. This is the product rule. The derivative of the first thing times the second thing, and the derivative of the second thing times the first thing, and you add them together. It doesn't matter what order you do this in. I could have had this term first. Addition's commutative, so it doesn't matter. So let's continue and actually solve some problems here. So our first thing in this product down here is x minus 7 to the 12th. Our second thing is x plus 2 to the 5th. So it's good to identify which one's which. So our equation says we keep the first guy the same, so we're going to do that. And we take the derivative of the second guy. Well, that's easy. Just pull down the power. And that's it. Alright, to that, we're going to add the derivative of the first thing now, 12 times x minus 7 to the 11th. And we're just going to rewrite the second thing, x plus 2 to the 5th. Alright, cool. Now it says you must simplify the answer by factoring out common terms. This is the hard part. So we have an x minus 7 to the 12th here and an x minus 7 to the 11th here. We can take out x minus 7 to the 11th because 11 is smaller than 12, so it's definitely in both terms we have 11 of this. So I'm going to factor out that, x minus 7 to the 11th. And now x plus 2 to the 4th and x plus 2 to the 5th, I can factor out the x plus 2 to the 4th. The 5 and the 12 have no common factor, so we can't do anything. And now we're going to put in our remaining parts. So the x plus 2 to the 4th completely goes away in this one because it's already represented here. And we get 11 of these guys, so we still have one left over with the 5. So 5 times x minus 7. Okay. Now our next term, we're definitely going to get the 12 because we didn't take any of those guys out. We don't get the x minus 7 to the 11th because we've already taken it out. And we only get one of the x plus 2's, like that. Alright, now we got to just simplify this. X minus 7 to the 11th, x plus 2 to the 4th. In here we're going to get 5x minus 35 plus 12x plus 24. And all I need to do now is simplify this last little bit. So first I'm going to rewrite my opening two terms. And 5x plus 12x is 17x. And minus 11. And boom, there we go. That's our final answer. Now a lot of the problems I give you aren't going to have you do this simplification thing, so you could just kind of stop here. But in this particular problem, I asked you to simplify it, and AP test questions will often have one where you got to simplify it like this. All right, our next guy is a triple product rule. The nice part about the product rule is no matter how many terms you add, you just take the derivative of one and multiply it by the other two, or 3, or 4, or 5. So in this case, we'll take the derivative of the first one and multiply it by the other two. The derivative is 1, so I just rewrite the other two. All right, next term. We keep the x. We get a negative sine x as the derivative of cosine of x. And we get an x minus 1 to the 7th. And I'm going to put my next term down here. We get an x, a cosine of x, and we have to take the derivative of this, so we get 7 times x minus 1 to the 6th. And that's it. We did it. There are more examples at 17 Calculus for the product rule, so click on that link if you want more examples. All right, good luck.